Hello, virtual family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from and the time you're watching me. Now, when I was in secondary school, I had a friend, and this friend, I used to tell her, like, we used to talk and things. So I told her, I used to tell her everything. Like, I used to talk to her, tell her secrets, right? I used to talk to her, like, tell her my thoughts and things. So imagine my shock when one day some other girls I didn't even used to talk to came and started telling me the things that I had told this girl. And some of them were so I now said, and when they were asking me that this is what she told us, is it true? I said it's not true. It's not true. I denied it flat out. And I was like, in fact, I started keeping my distance from that person. Now, one thing that scares me about, and this was not, we had not even had friendship breakup. This was my active friend. I just quietly withdrew from her. So when people saw that I had withdrawn from her, they were like, okay, maybe it's a lie, maybe it's true, that kind of thing. I started doing things to make it seem like she might have lied or whatever, just to cover my back. And so one thing that scares me about friendship breakup, imagine is that okay, so I wanted to say something else came into my head, but one thing that scares me about friendship breakup is when that friend that I used to do stuff with, I used to tell my deepest secrets. We used to have conversations, we used to exchange messages. That friend now starts spilling all of my secrets to another person. It's scary. It is very scary. And it makes me wonder, in friendship, should we put up our guard? Should we not enter into friendships and let our guards down? Because the truth of the matter is that your guard is already up against the world, isn't it? And then you feel you have found your person, you have found your friend. Okay, you're in a relationship, you're in a friendship with a person, you found your friend, you found this person that I can gist about anything and everything with. And then something happens and we're no longer friends. And next thing, everything that we have discussed is out in public. It's scary. So how do I now handle myself in a friendship? How what's going on? Like, why do these things happen? Why do friendship breakups happen? And why is it that we cannot just break up and not spill each other's secrets? Why do we have to be malicious? Why do we have to hurt the other person? Why do we have to, you know, destroy the other person just because we are no longer friends with that person, just because we are no longer in the same space with that person, just because we no longer see eye to eye? It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like we can be amicable. I feel like we can, even if we're no longer friends, we no longer have the same things in common, we can just leave each other and not scar each other. These are my thoughts. Anyway, I feel like now, because of a lot of things that are happening, be wise in choosing your friends. Um, you guys should align on the same things. I don't know. Discuss everything. Talk, communicate. You know, He- and we should heal from our trauma before getting into friendships, because we can hurt the people that we are in friendship relationships with, or in relationships with, if we have not healed from our trauma. I feel like a lot of things are from our trauma, and we need to heal. We need to go to therapy. We need to, pray. We need to exercise. We need to do things. We need to journal. Actively heal from your trauma so that you don't hurt another person. All right, so that you don't so that we don't leave each other scarred. We don't bleed on each other. We don't burn down the world. We don't burn down burn things down just because we're no longer talking, or we're no longer friends, or we no longer see things, you know, we no longer see eye to eye. This thing happening on social media is just stressful. It's not, they're not my friend. Like, I, I don't know them personally, but I feel like a lot of women resonate with this because it has happened to people, and I'm wondering, why does this thing keep happening? If you know, tell me in the comment section down below, and if you let's talk, discuss with me, tell me why it keeps happening. Okay, all right. I need to rant. See you in the next one because I'm still going to see you. I love you. Mwah.